What's going on, everybody? Landon here with Home Service Business Coach with Dave. As always, great to have you as always. If you don't know who we are, we're Home Service Business Coach. We provide systems of coaching to home service business owners like yourself. We have all this data is collectively coming from coaching hundreds of people, speaking with thousands, and also generating millions of dollars ourselves. All of our coaches here were former clients turned coaches. They all own their home service businesses as of today. Dave's on home service business number 3, millions in revenue generated, thousands in leads generated. This is where all this information comes from for you, okay? And if you want to find out more about our paid stuff, we have a paid coaching program. Love it. We have a bunch of other information. Okay, let's get into it. Dave, walk us through stage 5 here.
Yep.
Number of employees. Walk us through kind of the individual we're talking to.
Yeah, really this is where the owner needs to look at taking actually off their manager hat and actually starting to empower their team. My mentor told me a quote I'll never forget. He said, delegate to elevate. So we need to delegate these managerial tasks so we can elevate our business. So you're running a big boy, a big girl shop type of here, right? 7 to 10 employees. Really your role is CEO and owner. You know, timeline in this stage, 1 to 2 seasons is pretty normal what we see. The thing I want to hit too, man, only 100K contractors here. We started at, I believe, 3 million. So we're coming down. This is kind of top few percentile. Yeah. So big thing here, you've probably been in business for 5+ years. That's usually what we see. Unless you've built a business before, you can sometimes grow here a lot quicker. But you got your reps in. You kind of know at this point how the business runs, and you've kind of grown the brand, but you kind of got it stuck in this funky place where you don't yet have the money to hire a full-time $80,000 a year manager. But if we grew a little bit, I probably could. Maybe, Landon, I should just shrink down a little bit and stay lean and mean. These are all kind of the questions that are going on in your mindset. But Landon, I want to give it to you for the sales, because it kind of builds on our last stage we came from. So what's going on with sales here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last stage we're talking about stage 4. You were the sales manager. Now you've moved into kind of that CEO and owner role, right? And when we talk about sales, literally, I was in this, Dave, we've literally lived this stage together at Revive. What happened is your sales consultant maybe has a little bit too much freedom. They may be giving away too many discounts and not properly managing their time effectively, okay? Of course, that never happened with me. I wouldn't be here. But most likely from other companies we've seen and worked with, and from our coaching staff that is at this stage and above it, this is what generally happens. But the biggest thing I want to touch on is on the commercial side of things, you have so much promises, so many promises on, yes, we're going to use you. And maybe this is something that has nipped you in the butt before already, but you do not have a lot of signed multi-year commercial contracts. People talk to me in HSBC, I want to move more into commercial, I'm killing us talking with this person, that person, that person. Always talk. Question I ask them, is it signed? No, sales issue. It's like, that process is going to take longer, but most of the time you probably at this point have a really dialed in residential sales process. When it comes to your commercial, property management, multifamily, all that stuff, kind of bad. Again, we cover everything in the program, but just completely subpar. Yep. That's what I would say on sales, Dave. What do you want to jump to next?
Yeah, let's do hiring, because really for a manager stage, like how I view a home service business, you kind of need your right and left hand. So you need either a dude or a lady gifted in sales, and you need a dude or a lady gifted in really overseeing production. Because at this point, man, you're running a real shop. You've got probably 3 crews on the road, sometimes 4 in busy season, but you know, a handful of crews. And what I find is once you get that 3rd crew on the road, in my case, every business I've had, you need to start empowering someone from the field. So you can call them a production manager, you can call them a field supervisor. The title kind of matters less, but you want to look for, Landon, your technician in the field who knows how to do all your services. But here's the kicker, who has the highest ceiling for their leadership capacity. Who could I actually build into to help me grow this thing? For me, for almost 4 years, there was a gentleman named Steve in my home service business that once we hit $582,000 in revenue, I called up Steve. Steve, how do you feel about moving into this production manager type of role? And we hybrided his time from field work to actually running requests. When wands would break, we need a new hose, maybe it was just my business where a lot of stuff went wrong in production, but everyone knows how it is the owner is getting those calls. So if there's someone the technicians can phone or text or send a Slack message to, it's a game changer on the buyback of your time. We'll hit it in the next stage, but goodness me, when you've got sales dialed in and you've got a manager that's running your production, the owner, man, like when I signed Steve, I still remember this day where I was, signed that position agreement for him to be production manager. I'm like, I'm paying you this and I don't have to get the calls anymore. It's just the best feeling in the world for me. So you got to delegate to elevate, and hiring, you know how to hire technicians right now, or you should, but this is a key one so that the owner is not saying manager on your business card. That's how we're going to bust out of this.
Absolutely. And the bottom line of this stage, what's holding you back from, again, eclipsing that $1 million+ mark right now, is everything runs through you. And in order to effectively scale your business, you need to trust your managers to be effectively to run the day-to-day of your business, okay? You've been the one running the day-to-day of the business. Now you need to get out of it and let other people. It's your baby. It's like, it's your child. It is, nobody in your mind is gonna care as much as you do. I want somebody to prove you wrong, because Dave, I think that's something that you've done so great. I've personally seen and personally firsthand experienced. Was that?
You got to do it. I've done it at every business now that I've had, even at coaching, right? Landon's our primary sales manager, and we've got a primary head coach with Coach Jackson. So able to extract yourself, like if your business card says manager, I personally think you're capping your own success. Your business card should say CEO, should say founder, should say owner. You don't want it to say manager, or if it does, just print enough that you run out of stock in 1 to 2 years, because I'd be really happy. So just don't get stuck here. But let's tell these guys and gals, man, how to graduate.
How do we graduate? Let's flip it on. Okay.
So if you want to take the next step in scaling your business to the next level, you're going to want to check out our Scaling Blueprint program. We've worked with hundreds of home service business owners now all around the world, where we've actually built out the systems for them in their customized branding and provided them with coaching from our 7-figure coaching team. If you want to learn more about that opportunity, then go ahead and click the link right here.
How do we graduate from this? The biggest thing it's going to boil down to is, like we said, just like the title is, manage, putting those managers in place. Dave, let's kick it off, man, with, I really want to touch on maybe organization and tech stack as well. We haven't hit on that.
Yeah, let's do it. You saw my eyes going down here. Goodness me, playbooks are huge. When my company grew, we utilized the Google Workspace. We had a playbook for each department of the company, from hiring to sales to marketing, so that if Dave got hit by a bus or he's backpacking in Thailand and something happened, I wanted that proprietary information printed on paper. We hired a VA. We put it all in our branding. It's super cool. And plug for our program, we build out your playbooks for the companies we work with in our 12-month mastermind program. And I think that's pretty cool, because we tallied it up, man. I was over 8,000 hours growing a home service business. All that brain power, white labeled, is like, if you get playbooks for your business, like, I don't even know what to say, but that is a huge part, documenting how each inner working of your business works. And then I want to hit tech stack before I toss it back, Landon. I call them champions in my business, okay? I still had our login for Jobber, but man, we were over 8,400 people in our Jobber. We had our office manager, Katrina, she promoted service manager. She had that thing dialed, man, from tagging to pictures to when clients get called to billing. You don't want the owner to be the best person on your CRM. So look at taking off that hat in these next 1 to 2 years to get that champion in place to dial in that tech stack.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the other things as well too, and we touched on this in stage 4, but stage 5 especially, is like setting aside 3 hours per week to review your numbers and to compare your annual budget, right? Because at the end of the day, we say this all the time, revenues for vanity, profits for sanity. And a big thing we never want to see with a company doing $1 million is, where'd the money go? Because again, let's say, if you're doing 25% margin at this point, you should. You can be more, but right around in there. We want, again, your marketing. For every dollar you put in, I want about $10 million brought back. And then when it comes to that actual finance side of things too, that 250 should be profit. Maybe as the owner, you take 150 in salary. The business should be generating about 100, at least 6 figures in profit in the bank after literally everything's taken care of. And if it isn't, huge problem as well too. I want to jump to our bottom line here before we do a little sneak peek of stage 6 here. So the bottom line, how do you graduate stage 5 here? Bottom line, create weekly space to have a management meeting with your key direct reports who are running the day-to-day of the business. It's going to be the biggest thing that's going to hold you back, your biggest thing that's going to propel you forward. This is your time to coach the managers of your business.
Yeah, key word, guys, coach. We'll hit that in the next stage as we tease it, but like it's so important you start looking at yourself more as a coach and less as a quarterback of your business. If you're still quarterbacking everything, you're gonna have a really hard time moving to coach. So setting up that in your weekly kind of cadence, so important. For me, weekly meeting every Wednesday at the office, meeting with my right and left hand to talk through the week that was and the week that's coming. I could run the whole business line in a 2-hour meeting, an incredible use of the owner's time at this level.
Absolutely. Coach can drop the best play on the sidelines, but if the players don't go out and execute, usually doesn't come down to a bad play. It comes down to bad people. And you need to have those great people and great managers in place, okay? So if you found this valuable, what is going to be stage 6 now? 1 million plus lead. We're going to touch on this, all about leadership once we come to stage 6, but we're not going to get there, okay? You still got to graduate from stage 5. So if you're watching this, this is our free gift to you, our scaling roadmap. If you haven't gotten yours, fill out the information on the left or right hand side. You're seeing it right here. If you want to check out our coaching program, look at the tabs on top of the website here. Do we actually know what we're talking about? Check out our member success, okay? One of the other things I wanted to kind of ask from everybody here at Home Service Business Coach, send this to other people you know. I've mentioned this in every single one of these videos. If you know somebody you think it would generate, who the heck are you not to send that to them? Because this stuff is gold. And again, as you're looking through the PDF as well too, we'd love to hear your feedback as well. So you can send us an email at info@homeservicebusinesscoach.com. We'd love your feedback and we want to hear wins from you as well too. Dave, anything else you want to end with?
Yeah, I'll just echo that. I mean, we want to make you a trade. We counted it up. We're over 100 hours as a team putting this together. We'd ask for 90 seconds of your time for that trade to just go out and refer this to someone that you think it can benefit, because we firmly believe it's absolute gold tier. We produce it for free. And if our free stuff's pretty good, I think there's a reason why we're the highest and most rated coaching business in the home service space. Check out our Google reviews. So I think for us, it's just a big thank you for watching, and a pre-thank you for sharing it out with a friend in a Facebook group, wherever you're able. Huge thank you from us.
Absolutely. Everybody take care, and we'll either see you in stage 6 or we'll see you on a phone call.